Okay, welcome back to another episode of Active Every Day. I know it has been a while if you have ever engaged with my channel, but it's been a busy couple of years, moving, opening new businesses. I'm back. I'm going to try to be a little more consistent. I'm going to try to continue to provide content in the same context I did before, easy to follow along, adaptable workouts for an over 40 community. Everything requires limited or no equipment at all. Doesn't take a lot of time, 10 minutes to 20 minutes. So short, inclusive workouts that have the idea that we're going to touch on all parts of the body, involve some strength, some coordination, some mobility. Excellent workouts to fill in the gaps if you're looking for something to do. Excellent workouts for traveling or on the go. Excellent workouts for that short lunch break where you want to do something except just sit around. Try us out. Tell your friends, tell your family, especially your grandparents and your parents. Let's get into it. Active Every Day. We're starting like we've always started. We want to do some CARs, control articular rotations. We're focusing on our joints. We're trying to remove and clear pain. We're trying to restore the ability to express a joint action, and we're trying to have coordination and connection to the body. Let's start with our neck. We're looking for big, long, slow rotations with the head. We're trying not to move anything below the neck, so we don't want to tilt or twist the shoulders. You're also going to notice that as I move through these rotations with my head, I'm not going to turn my head to the side. I am keeping my head to the camera. So as I go to the side, it's ear to shoulder, and then it is chin to sky, and then it is ear to shoulder, and then it is chin to floor. Okay? I'm not going to keep count. It's hard for me to do that sometimes when I'm talking, but in general, we're looking for 5 to 10 reps, and then we're going to change direction. So if you are counting at home, please don't hold me strictly to a number. I will lose track as I'm coaching through the camera. But controlled articulations, we're going through the neck. These do take time, do go slow. There's value in focus, and we can focus intently if we move slow. Clicking, popping, some discomfort, especially as we get through areas that are tight and stiff. We may feel stretching that may present uncomfortable. Go slow. If you have any very sharp pains that do not go away, or you get any numbness or burning down your arm, you may want to avoid this movement. You may want to have a more thorough evaluation other than self-evaluation from a physical therapist or a professional that can see you in person. There's the neck. We're moving into the trunk. You're going to always see me touch a part of my body. It adds that stability. Okay? Hands across the shoulders. The hips should not move. Knees and feet should not move. Head will follow the shoulders. So we're going to do a little tilt to the side, a little tilt to the front, tilt to the side, tilt to the back. It's no different than what we were doing with the head. We're keeping our chest forward the whole time as we move around this circle pattern. I'll show you some reps from the side in a moment, but what you should be noticing is you can always see my belt line. I'm not forward folding through my hips. I am folding through the middle of my body. And although I am trying to go as far as I can, I'm making sure that far as I can is not bending all the way over. It's as far as I can right through the middle portion of the body. Trunk CARs. All right, these are excellent for our thoracic spine. It's the section of our back where we have the most number of vertebrae. It's the section of our back that helps us move the most through the middle body. Okay, I'll turn to the side as I do a few more. I did change direction just a moment ago. If you have not changed direction, do so shortly. Again, we're looking for 5 to 10 reps, and we want these to be slow. You can always go slower than I am. You can always pause the video and do more if you'd like. Or when we wrap up, you can do more then. These are an excellent exercise to do all throughout the day. Okay, shrunk cars. Now the next two are not actual cars, okay, although they are very specific to a portion of the body, so we're having focus in movement. We're going to be moving our pelvis. There's two primary directions we're going to look at moving. First, we're going to work on pelvis tilting, and so that is a front and back tilt. I'll do some from the front angle. You can see how my belt line dips forward and then lifts, dips forward and then lifts. I'll turn to the side so you can see anterior and posterior tilting of the pelvis. Notice my upper body's not moving. I'm not bending my knees. It's just through the pelvis. Okay, and then we're going to do a rotation with the pelvis. I don't want to dip. I want to be real level, so I kind of find halfway between front and back tilting, and then I'm going to look to turn my pelvis and turn my pelvis. Keep it slow. If you have a mirror, try to watch yourself in the mirror. We don't want to wiggle, and we don't want to lift. Our feet should stay flat on the floor. Our shoulders shouldn't turn. So pelvis turning. Okay? Fantastic. Now we could go through and do the wrists and shoulders, hips, knees, elbows, ankles. We could do a lot of our joints. We're just going to do the spine today. All right, so a little bit of coordinated movement and a little bit of strength. We're going to make sure we take care of the lower body first and do a couple things for the upper body. So for coordinated movement, we're going to do a side step. I'm going to do the first couple with my toes forward. I'm going to do a little bit of a soft bend in my knee. It's not a full lateral lunge. I'm not stepping and squatting as low as I can. I'm just getting some lateral movement and some weight shift onto what is going to be my outside foot. Okay? Then I'm going to start to turn that foot, and I'm going to turn my chin. Again, it's not a large step. I could step further, and I could bend my knee more. Not yet. We're just doing a little turn, a little step, having some coordination and some spatial awareness. Okay, we're going to do the same on the other side. It's a little side step. I want to feel my weight shift onto my foot. I'm going to make sure that knee bends a little bit. I'm going to feel my weight on that side. I could go further. I could go lower. Not yet. And then we start to turn. Again, hold my chin, hold my shoulders to follow my knee and my toe. I want to feel some weight shift onto that foot. Okay? Excellent. We're going to take care of some squats next. You're going to squat as low as you feel comfortable. Your feet, keep them flat as you can. If you start to squat and you feel like your heels are really coming off the ground, we're going to make an adjustment to our stance, usually a little bit wider and toes a little bit out. Make it a bit easier to keep our feet generally flat. Also, we want to keep our torso generally upright. And you're going to notice that as I squat, my torso will pitch forward. So I'm going to do a couple of good reps here. There's natural forward pitching, but what I'm not going to do is allow my whole torso to drop to the floor, okay? As I squat, I want to use the muscles in my back, and I want to remain active in my back. So I'm feeling muscles hold me upright, although my body has a natural tilt forward, okay? We shouldn't have an expectation that we'll stay completely upright as we squat to our maximum depth. There will always be just a little bit, especially if we're a bit stiff and a little bit tight. We can be active, sit low, and still feel like we are a bit forward, and we're confirming that that's okay. Okay? We're going to do a little bit of a lunge position. This is going to be a reverse lunge. All right, from this, we're gonna take a step back. Back heel never touches the ground, and we start to dip through the knees. Again, we're gonna go as low as we are capable, okay? The floor would be the lowest we could go, so if you make it there, fantastic. If you can't make it there, make it a goal. Make it a goal to work to in the future. Maybe we're a little stiff, maybe we're not quite strong enough, okay? Or maybe we have some issues with balance that we're gonna learn to work through, all right? We're gonna look for 10 reps if we can, and if you can't, you do what you can, all right? You do what you can. I don't know if that's 10. I'm losing track as I'm talking. We're gonna switch to the other side. Again, I'm gonna take a step back, press that midfoot strong into the floor, start to bend those knees till the foot touches and the knee touches. Foot and knee, okay? Foot and knee. I think that's 3. Let's see about 10 reps. There's 4, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8, 2 to go. There's 9, 1 to go. And there's 10. Fantastic. Let's do a couple things for the upper body. Now again, we're not going to use any weights, so we're going to rely on lots of reps and holding, isometrics, and tuning into our ability to create muscle tension, all right, to build some strength through our upper body. First, shoulder mobility. We're just going to do a couple of low shoulder circles to help increase a good circulation into the shoulder muscles in the joint. All right, these are not cars, all right? These are both at the same time. These have quickness to them. They're not slow. They're not controlled, articular rotations. These are just some low shoulder circles. Okay, we're gonna do about 20 for each direction. Palms can be down, palms can be forward, palms can be up, all right? 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 again. I'm close on numbers, but I'm not exact. Now we're gonna go out in line with the shoulder. So we're gonna call this not low, not high, but medium height, okay? Again, we're gonna look for about 20 reps, one direction, and then 20 reps the other. About 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, change direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My shoulders are starting to burn. I hope yours are also. 17, 18, 19, and 20. We're not done yet. They're burning. We gotta go hands above shoulders. Circles, one direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ooh, last 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That makes my shoulders burn. That's a long time to have the arms out and up, and it's a lot of movements, a lot of little muscle contractions through the shoulders. All right, for the next one, we're just gonna do some rotation, all right? I'm gonna encourage you to have a lot of tension in your hand, a lot of tension through your elbow to keep the arms really, really straight, okay? We're gonna follow our hand with our chin, so we're gonna end up looking behind us as far as we can. Knees can be a little bit bent. We're gonna start with the hands out front. I'm gonna squeeze my hands together to feel good muscle tension through my entire upper body. And then I'm gonna start to turn and start to reach behind me, keeping one hand forward and the other hand tracking behind. Eyes follow the hand. We get as far as we can. We come back around. We're gonna squeeze the hands together for a brief moment and then turn, reach, keep the elbows rigid, reaching long, reaching strong, and then come on back around. That's 2, we're gonna look for 10. Squeeze in the middle, pull the arm back, follow it with your eyes, turn the head, turn the shoulders, Bring it together, rep 4, squeeze and reach. Here we go. Keep it slow. Squeeze and reach. Here comes number 5. Squeeze and reach for number 6. Here we go. Squeeze and reach for number 7. Squeeze and reach for number 8. Squeeze, here we go, and reach. Number 9, and last one, squeeze and reach for number 10. Beautiful. We'll take care of one more exercise that's going to bring a bit of challenge for our balance together. It's going to be another reaching type of exercise. We're going to use a position called a staggered stance, and you'll hear me coach this term ankle smash as we move through different exercises. And what I'm saying here is a staggered stance. I'm stepping back a little bit. I'm not back as far as I needed to be for that lunge we did earlier. But I am stepping back, I'm offset, my feet are staggered, okay? When I say the term ankle smash, what I'm talking about is keeping weight shifted forward into, this is gonna be our lead leg, it's in front. So keeping weight shifted into the lead leg, into the knee, into the ankle, and into the foot. I should feel like 70, 80%, even 90% of my weight is on my front foot. I don't want to be rocking backward. I want to stay forward. I want to smash my body weight into my front ankle. And we're going to keep it there. I want the front leg to get tired. Now the movement, okay? We're going to be turning over and down around our front foot. And our head, if we can, will follow. Both arms are going to reach. As I stand up, keeping my weight on my front foot, I'm going to turn and reach over my back foot. Arms and head follow. I come down, and I turn and I reach down around my front leg, and then I turn up and I reach behind towards my back. We're going to do 5 reps. Here's number 3. I reach down and around, and then I turn and I reach up and behind. Here's number 4. Keeping my weight forward on my front leg, I reach down and around. I turn up, and I reach towards the back side. Here's number 5. Down and around, and then up and away. Fantastic. We're going to switch feet. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see some of my position from this angle as well. All right, I had my left foot forward before. I'm going to have my right foot forward this time. I'm staggered. I'm going to shift my weight forward into my ankle smash position. Okay. I'm going to reach down and around my front leg. And then I'm going to reach up and away toward my back leg. Notice how much weight I still have on my front foot, keeping my weight forward. I didn't shift back, okay? My right leg is forward. I'm reaching down and around my right leg, looking behind, reaching behind, and then I'm gonna reach up and away toward my back foot. I'm letting my spine lift and twist and turn. And then I'm down and around that front leg, rep 3. Up and away, keeping weight on the front foot, down and around, rep 4. Ooh, losing my balance a little bit, that's what it's here for. And here's number 5, reaching down and around, and then up and away. Excellent. We're doing them slow on purpose. We're keeping that weight forward on purpose. We want that foot to burn. We want that leg to burn. And if you felt like you were really challenged with balance with that exercise there, we're going to call that a staggered stance coil We're twisting down and around, we're twisting up and away, just like the lines on a candy cane, they spiral, and we're following one line down and then back up and away. If you found that to be challenging for your balance, that's an excellent exercise to try every day, every couple of days, regardless of whatever other exercise program you're following. It has to do with spatial awareness, it has to do with stabilization, especially through the foot and ankle, and when our head weight's moving, and we're shifting a little bit outside of our leg and then inside of our leg, it is challenging to control our balance, and that is why we are doing that exercise. Okay, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up. We're keeping these exercises short. We're keeping them detailed. We're trying to find ways to make it easy to be active every day. We'll see you next time.